Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, we are doing a mini reading and energy update for our beautiful collective here on YouTube. You guys know I do collective readings every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But at times like this, where I'm feeling a lot of extra energy coming through, I do like to do extra additional videos to tap into the energy and pick up on specific messages for certain groups of people outside of those main collective readings. So thank you so much for tuning in today. By the way, I did my first actual live stream just a few days ago. So if you do want to be notified immediately whenever I go live on this channel, where I can interact with you in real time and sometimes even respond to your real-time messages or comments, then be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so that you never miss a live. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the traditional tarot cards. I got the letter initials CALRHSE. Of course, there's like the name Carl in here, the name Charles. Okay, so can I get any messages? Of course, whenever I channel specific letters, names, dates, or details, these are specifically meant for certain individuals, so don't worry if they don't connect for you. They are probably just meant for someone else. So what wants to come through today's reading video? Here we have the King of Cups in the upright position, and I'm picking up on a very kind, gentle, secure feeling masculine energy. Now, when I use these labels masculine and feminine, these are meant to connect to energy dynamics, not necessarily to particular genders. And we all have a balance of both energies within each of us. So when I use those labels, take it however it connects for you, even if it relates to your internal masculine or your internal feminine, as opposed to an external person or situation. But for many of you, I am getting that this is an external masculine. And in that case, if you are connecting with this reading, there's a very high likelihood that you consider yourself to be more in your feminine energy as a divine feminine. This person seems to have, I just get a very safe energy. I keep wanting to use the words gentle and safe. This is someone who is very naturally connected to their emotions, and they don't seem to have an issue sharing, showing, or expressing their emotions. I'm also getting that this is someone who is very sure about you from day one. And I'm also getting that this is someone that you manifested. So for some of you, this actually could be a new person that is entering your life that you manifested. I heard the word ritual. So for some of you, maybe you even did a manifestation ritual to be able to manifest a meeting with a masculine energy like this. I'm hearing after a string of heartbreaks. So whether this is someone you've already met or someone that is energetically connecting with you that you're going to meet very soon, this is someone who seems to enter your life after a string of bad luck in love or a string of heartbreaks. Of course, we're speaking from a human perspective there, because I'm getting that from a higher perspective, this has actually been a string of activations. I'm hearing that this string of activations, which may have looked to you like a string of heartbreaks, was actually preparing your energy field and specifically your heart to soften and open in such a way that would magnetize in this kind of love and also be able to sustain it when it entered your life. And I'm literally seeing marriage, like I'm seeing a white dress and a white veil. So I feel that this could be someone that you end up getting married to if that is something you desire. If you aren't necessarily desiring marriage, this is at the very least a long-term committed kind of connection or relationship. And I'm getting the words deep loyalty. I feel like this is someone that you naturally feel safe with because your intuition tells you at all levels and layers of your being that you can trust this person. I'm also getting that you've had many people in your past romantically try to gaslight you out of that somatic intuitive knowing, because your body does have a very strong sense of intuition, and you have this uncanny ability, I'm hearing, to detect when people are lying to you or just being generally disingenuous. My guides are calling you like a human lie detector. Like, you have this ability to sense into the frequency of truth. And because of this, lately you've been noticing in your life prior to meeting this person that you've been in some kind of void space when it comes to love, that you've been feeling as though things and people that you used to feel attracted to or interested in or felt a connection with, you're no longer feeling that connection in the same way. And you may have even been wondering, is something wrong with me? Especially because I get the sense that some of these masculines romantically from your past may have tried to gaslight you, like, whoa, why are you so cold all of a sudden? You can trust me. Why are you cutting me out of your life? Why did your feelings change? All of these things. But the reason that your feelings have changed towards these other masculines, and the reason that you've felt a disinterest in people from your past in love, is actually because you have become so connected with the energy of truth and authenticity within yourself that it's literally reflecting outwards in the way that you relate to others. And what I mean by that in a romantic context is you are truly attracted now to what is good for you, what is aligned with you, what makes you feel safe. I'm getting safety and security and loyalty actually activate your sense of attraction and your desire to connect with someone romantically. They ignite a sense of passion for you. Whereas maybe in your past, or just in general for many people, when we go through certain traumas, we will be attracted to certain people romantically that are negative for us negative for us in the sense that they don't respect us, or they don't necessarily treat us with affection or care, or they may lie to us or be disloyal. But we can feel attracted to these types of like toxic people, or let's say just like wounded people, because we haven't yet healed our own trauma. And so we actually get attracted to them for a spiritual purpose of illuminating those wounds within us, so that we can heal them. So essentially, sometimes we are attracted to people who continuously or repeatedly cross our boundaries or treat us with disrespect or things of that nature when we come from a traumatic background, because they, on a spiritual level, are meant to be our teachers. They are meant to illuminate the part within us that still needs to be healed. And once we heal that part within us that felt that sense of attraction towards that toxic person or that negative person, the attraction itself dissolves because we've healed the wound. So I feel like you've actually gone through a series of romantic situations that were like this. And most likely this process of activations romantically looked very confusing to people around you who didn't really know what was going on a spiritual level. So people may have looked at your love life and thought that it was messy or chaotic, or that you were just dating the wrong types of people or that kind of thing. But the reason you were drawn to each and every one of those romantic interactions wasn't because you were broken, and it wasn't because there was something wrong with you. It was because they were meant to be your teachers. They were meant to point you to a wound within yourself that was still seeking something from someone externally in a wounded kind of codependent fashion, so that you could heal and balance that energy internally. But I'm hearing learned all of the lessons. Like, I feel like you've reached this point where you've now learned all of those lessons romantically. Not to say that we aren't continuously growing and evolving and all of those things, because we are. But I feel that you've been through a very deep and intensive series of romantic activations in, I want to say, the last couple years. Now, I know this reading is going to get very specific, so this may only be for a small group of people. Only take it if it resonates for you. But I'm picking up that if this is for you, you've literally, it's like you've unraveled yourself to your core. And I feel that many of these masculine energies from your past connected with you when you were in a state of like codependency, or when you had less of a sense of who you really were, when you may have had a lower state of self-confidence or didn't fully own your value and your worth. But what I'm getting is, now you are at a point where you know your worth, you know your value, you know how rare you are and how rare it is to be able to connect with someone like you romantically. And so now it's like so many of those past romantic connections. In fact, if this reading is for you, I feel like all of them have been dissolved or they've altered in a way. And this has most likely been a very confusing experience, which is part of why I'm coming on with this reading. Because you've reached this place that you've never been before in your soul's evolution when it comes to love. This place where, for once, I feel like you truly do not have any desire to really connect with almost anyone romantically. People from your past who might still be getting or trying to get into your life, people that you often meet or connect with like in the moment. I feel like you've so elevated yourself that you've totally recalibrated your system so that you are now only feeling a sense of passion and attraction and romantic interest in a masculine energy who is really, truly awakened, who is lit up in their own passion and purpose, who is very open-hearted and emotionally expressive. And I'm also getting that the wounded masculine collective would not be able to understand this because it's common ideology in the wounded masculine collective that women or feminine energies, regardless of gender, only want to connect with masculine energies that are showing them kind of a half interest or kind of taking them down a notch or not fully opening up their heart and showing their feelings. But you are a living, breathing example of the new paradigm. You are a living, breathing example of the new way that masculine and feminine energy are connecting in a healed, harmonious fashion on the planet. And not just connecting, but actually creating unions with one another in a way that is balanced, in a way that is mutually supportive and mutually respectful, like what I like to refer to as a mutual worship of your higher selves happening through that love connection. And I feel that you've reached this point where you simply are not attracted to romantically the things that most people are attracted to when they're existing in a lower vibration. And so this loss of interest romantically that you've been feeling towards so many people from your past or even present connections doesn't indicate that something is wrong within you. Very much the opposite. It indicates exactly what you've healed within yourself because you had the courage to go through this messy, chaotic series of soul activations through these romantic connections and people who entered and then most likely left your life. And I feel every time that happened, you took that situation and you actually glowed up as a result of it. I'm hearing you glowed up every time your heart was broken through this series of soul activations because you chose to stay conscious. You didn't go unconscious and try to just numb yourself. You went into the pain. You transmuted the grief. You allowed yourself to take that situation and say, what is this showing me about me that still needs to be healed? And therefore you turned that pain into gold and you used it to excavate your own soul. But now you've done all that excavation and you've reached this core of who you are, and you are emitting this naturally beautiful, authentic frequency because it's coming from that core that you've connected with within yourself. And so everything that was connecting with you from a place of wounding has been burned away. It's been completely dissolved. And so if you're in this state, you've manifested this video. And again, this is for a very rare divine feminine collective who has reached this level, but others will follow. You may actually find this video months or years or even decades after it's posted, because what we're talking about is a new pattern and a new paradigm that's going to become more dominant on the planet as time progresses. So this video truly is timeless. It's meant for you whenever you find it. But the thing is, this series of soul activations you went through in love, it wasn't pointless. It actually was a preparation, preparing you for this very moment where you stand right now, where you are finally ready for a kind of love that your energy was never prepared to receive and sustain in the past. And that is what I see coming through with this gentle, steady, emotionally open masculine energy that has entered your field. I see a masculine like putting on a crown and like walking up to your throne, and there's like this empty throne beside you that's been holding space for this masculine counterpart. And it's like they take their place on the throne and they banish all of these lower vibrational masculine energies who have been hanging around. It's, what I'm getting though is this banishing process, it's already happening because of the way that this masculine is already energetically connecting with you in the quantum field. So even if you haven't yet met this person, what I'm picking up on is they've entered your quantum field. It's like they've entered the palace, so to speak. And every masculine that holds a more wounded vibration or a lower vibration, or was still kind of trying to get into your life, or that you were still kind of holding on to a lingering connection with, they're all sensing, oh, wait a second, the king is home. Like the king is back and he's ready to take his seat by his queen. And so they are literally feeling like, we got to get out of here. Like they're feeling banished. I know it sounds kind of strange, but these lower vibrational masculine energies are feeling banished by the presence of your divine masculine that they are sensing, because this divine masculine has now connected with you. It's like I'm hearing he's established contact, at least subconsciously, in the quantum field, if not for some of you, literally in the physical realm as well. And that is why you are part of this collective that has felt such a massive shift within yourself. You've felt in actuality that your divine masculine has just entered your palace. Like he might not be visible yet. You might not be communicating with him yet. You might not be seeing him yet, but you're sensing his presence energetically. And that is why you no longer have any interest in any of these lower vibrational masculines who may have connected with you in the past. It's like those contracts have all completed themselves. Those activations have all accomplished what they came here to accomplish. And now you are ready for the higher love. If this video found you and it's been connecting with you and you've been thinking to yourself like, yes, this is my reading, you are truly part of a rare and blessed collective, because you are part of the collective that is going to be experiencing a really powerful, beautiful, balanced, divine union that is going to connect with you at all levels and layers. But it's because you had the courage not to settle. I'm also picking up that there were many, almost like temptations is what my guides are calling them, times where you actually could have chosen to settle in love. And people around you may have even encouraged you to settle for some of these masculine energies. Like, oh, you're not going to do better than this. Or maybe that's what your mind kind of told you. Like your mind lied to you and said, oh, what if I never meet anyone else? But it's almost like the final test here is the courage to stand alone once the attraction to all of these people from your past, these lower vibrational masculines, dissipates, and you're sensing that something powerful has shifted. It's like the final test here is, can you hold your ground? Are you brave enough to stand on your own and trust that this divine masculine you've been waiting for is truly entering your life and connecting with you, and that you are so worthy of experiencing a connection like this? I'm hearing something about taking a gamble. Maybe you felt like in love, you've sort of been taking a gamble. I mean, it's not been a gamble because your intuition has been perfectly guiding you all along, but it may look like a gamble to others or to your conscious mind, because I feel like the gamble you've been taking, so to speak, is like, I am going to risk being alone if it means that I am at least not settling for something that in my soul I know is not right for me. I would rather meet or connect or reconnect with my true divine masculine, even if it takes months or years or however long. And in the meantime, just enjoy being in my own energy, being balanced within myself, creating beautiful things in my own life. Like, I would rather do that than settle for a connection from a place of complacency or a place of fear, simply because I think that I am never going to really meet my person or reconnect with or connect with my true divine masculine counterpart, someone who truly connects with me at all levels and layers. I feel like you had the courage to, well, it really wasn't a risk all along, because your intuition, again, has always been guiding you accurately. And that is the pathway your intuition has been leading you down. But I do feel like it did look like a risk to other people. It looked like a gamble. It looked like you were risking being alone forever, but it's paying off because you had the courage to stand alone. And now you are one of the rare few who really gets to experience a true divine sacred partnership that so few believe in, because most people do settle from a place of fear. But I feel like the whole purpose of your existence, and I'm not just talking romantically, I feel when it comes to your life generally, your work, your business, the way you operate, everything in your life, your passions, your life, your very existence has been teaching others how to choose love over fear. It's been an example of how to perpetually elevate in life, in love, in everything, instead of settling as most people do. You have been a literal living example of what it looks like when someone chooses the path of elevation and evolution over the path of settling and complacency. You are literally a leader. You are leading the way into new earth consciousness. And I'm getting that this romantic connection we've been picking up on here is, I'm hearing it's both a byproduct of your path, because only someone walking this kind of path would have the courage and the wherewithal to hold out for this kind of connection and to prepare themselves for it, because the preparation has been really intense. But beyond that, this connection is also meant to actually support you in the next level of your expression of your purpose here on earth, whatever that is for you. So you are moving into a next level of expression of yourself, of your work, your passion, whatever this is for you. And there's something about this connection that either literally or energetically and emotionally truly supports you in that next phase in a way that none of your previous romantic connections or these like heartbreaks or soul activations could have supported you, because they didn't have the capacity to support you like this masculine is going to be able to, who has entered and connected with your field and who is either recently someone that you've met or is soon going to be entering your life in the physical. So, wow, this reading has felt so powerful. Thank you for being here as a co-creator with me. And as I've been channeling, I've been thinking about a subliminal I created called Quantum Connection, because this subliminal is really powerful for shifting your energy in such a way that aligns you with the meetings, the people, and the opportunities that are truly connected with you at the highest vibrational level, who are truly aligned with your soul, including in love. So you can use this subliminal to speed up the manifestation of this divine sacred union, your meeting with this masculine that we've been describing here. But also as a byproduct, listening to this subliminal will put you in the pathway of meeting with the people, the things, and the opportunities that are truly aligned with you on the highest vibration. So it's a really powerful one that I've personally seen results from. and highly recommend. And it comes from my Subliminals app, Sound and Soulful. So when you download the app and sign up for a free trial, you can try it out completely free for 7 days, see how it works for you, see what connections and opportunities it brings into your life. And the link to get the app and get started is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Honestly, I really just want to close this reading by saying congratulations. If you've listened this far and this reading really is for you, I have to say, I feel like this is one of the most rare and powerful readings that we've channeled through on this platform in a while. And so you really are walking such a sacred path and you're doing it with such bravery. I see you on this path. I'm sending you so much love and support. Keep trusting yourself, keep trusting your intuition, keep going. And of course, I hope that this platform on YouTube can be a support for you along the journey. If you are feeling any kind of connection with the messages, I would love to hear what connected for you in the comments section. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself, where I post inspirational messages to uplift your vibration all day long. You can also listen to my channeled music on Spotify. My artist name is Songs by Infinity, and Spotify is the best place to follow my music. I just released my 4th song, which is called The Room We Built a Dream In. So the links for all of that are in the description box. Also, I do recommend subscribing and also turning on your notifications here on YouTube, because when you hit the bell icon and turn on notifications and subscribe, you will get notified whenever I do go live on the channel, which I am starting to do now sporadically, but these are very spontaneous lives. They aren't usually going to be scheduled in advance. So having your notifications on and being subscribed will ensure that you can jump on and join in or comment or ask a question when I do go live. And of course, if you want to use my quantum connection subliminal to manifest a faster timeline of connectedness with this divine masculine we've been channeling into, as well as to put you in the pathway of aligned people, things, and opportunities, then the link to download my Subliminals app is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Otherwise, I am sending you all huge amounts of love. Have an amazing remainder of your day, and I will connect with you here again in the next reading.